Hey guys, welcome back to Vinceville Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a garage kit of Sabertooth that I just finished painting up for someone. Now, I did do a review on this a while back. I will link that in the description. I completely forgot who sculpted or produced it. I think I said it in that video, but maybe I just forgot. I don't know. But other than that, this kit is absolutely amazing. It's so well sculpted. I absolutely like it. Now, I'm not really a fan of Sabertooth. Really wasn't really into him too much. I mean, I liked Wolverine growing up. But as far as Sabertooth goes, really wasn't a fan. But this sculpt is absolutely amazing. Now, it is a massive sculpt, so there was a lot of work just lifting him up, moving him, and working on all these parts, especially the main body. That was not something that was just simple to get underneath, you know, the muscles of the chest, underneath the legs, and all that stuff. But other than that, it worked out great. The style is a little bit different than probably what most of you know of Sabertooth, his colors at least. The client that sent it to me, I guess, wanted to go more with the modern look, which a couple pictures he sent me, Sabertooth had orange and black outfit, and he wanted to go that route with it, which I think is kind of cool. You know, like I always tell people, you know, if you get a kit or a statue and you want to paint it up or you want to paint it yourself, you might as well run with it and have some fun and do what you want on your shelf. So I think it worked out pretty cool. Now, he does have 3 different heads. Each hand of this piece is separate. This is separate here. The heads come off. The main body is together except for this leg here here. This one I had to actually attach and seam up because if I didn't seam this one up, he didn't really line up correctly. So what I did is this leg is actually attached. I pulled out the magnets and I put a rod in here and I attached this leg, but this leg is still separated. So he kind of you put this foot into the peg here, into the base, and you slide him in this direction. Otherwise, if I didn't do it that way, I would have had to pull both pegs out of the feet, and I would have had to line him up, and I don't think it would have really have worked. So the factory designed it in some way where it was better to me just to leave the pegs there, but set it up this way. But I mean, it works out pretty well. I just made sure that when I put this leg in here, I made sure that was lined up and everything. I might have filled in some extra A's and kind of cleaned it up a bit, but I can't really remember what I did. But other than that, it works out pretty well. So this is not really a 1/4 scale statue. It is more of a, I guess they call it a 3rd scale. I'm not really sure. It's not really 1/3. Maybe it is. I don't know. The thing is just huge, though. It's absolutely massive. It's definitely larger than a lot of sideshow pieces. So he does come with 3 heads. They worked out really well. See, he's so heavy. He's making my table turn go. So we'll get a little bit closer to this head here. So this head was awesome. I like this one. I think this one's probably my favorite. I just like the way he's just snarling and stuff. And then the second head I like the most is this one here, where he's just kind of got this nice little sinister grin on him. I think that one works out pretty cool. That one's awesome. So it was really cool painting these up because, you know, the larger the statue, the easier it is to paint it up. Now this head is cool. I'm not really a fan of it. It's too much of mountain man, I guess you could say, look. But I mean, it works with the statue. I mean, whoever sculpted it did a great job. Let's see if we can get this from moving. But definitely awesome. So I really tried to bring out as much detail as I can. I really worked on the teeth. So see, so big. I did the teeth first. I did the mouth. I masked that off. I did all the skin tones and then did the hair, basically. Now, as far as the hair goes, hopefully you guys can see it in the camera. He's got a blonde, brownish hair, and his fur is kind of more of a yellowish gray. I talked to the client. We went over a lot of this stuff, and we kind of just broke down a lot of the colors and everything. And it was just better to kind of go with a different types of color for the outfit. You didn't want to do straight blonde hair, bright yellow, and didn't want to do it with the fur either. You want to kind of break it up as much as you can. Let me click on this light over here. Maybe you get a little bit of a different look to it. But definitely an awesome sculpt. Now the orange, hopefully, like I said, it's coming in the camera enough. There is browns in there, but we didn't go too crazy with it. You know, he wanted a little bit of shading in there, which there definitely is. And what we did is a lot of the seam lines too around the feet and around the outfit, like all the stitching, we kind of brought it with a little bit more pop to it. So hopefully you can kind of see it over here. As you can see, it's cool. So there's some areas that are not just straight black. It's got kind of a grayish, 80%, 90% black in there, and then shades. And then we did the seams as you can kind of see around the areas there. Now the boots, instead of doing the boots black, we did like brown soles on it, you know, kind of ran with that. I did the trim around the outfit too. I even here with these little details, I went in there as best as I could with my paintbrush and magnifying glass, and I went in there and tried to do all the stitching on those, arrows too. Fingernails, I tried to pop out as much as I could. Put a lot of detail into those fingernails. Just ran with it there. His blades on his arms are alclad chrome, but they're not like super shiny, because what happened was when I started working on it and after I was done, the client kind of wanted to go a little bit shinier on it. So it was kind of like, usually I should have done the chrome first, but it worked out pretty well. So get a little bit over here so it gets nice shine to it. You can see, I really like what I did with the fingernails. It's so big, you can add such detail to those fingernails. That's what's kind of cool. And I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, and one other thing too is, see his neckline right there? This is actually not here on the sculpt. This is not here. The client wanted me to kind of copy that modern look that was on the comic book, and he has this little seam. So I added that there for him. So stuff like that is always good to know in the beginning of the sculpt. You know, when people send stuff to me, you know, if they're like, hey, can you tweak this, can you tweak that? It's better to go with that in the beginning. Now he's so big, it's just kind of hard, a little bit of dust here and there. But worked out pretty well. I mean, it's just a really, really great sculpt. So much detail all over the place, as you can see. You got all this detail on all this little line stuff here, you know, going down around there to this leg, all the way down here with the fur, all the way down there. So it worked out really well. Now, as for the base, we'll get a little bit closer. So as you can see, what I did the base is, the idea was, you don't really want to just slap pure white onto the base. You really want to make it look a little icy, a little bit different color, give it a little bit of a dirt, make it look like it's melting a little bit, so I added some like glosses in there. So that was the whole idea with this. So as you can see over here, what I did is I did some like transparency, you know, like basically some Payne's gray over it afterwards, and I gloss it up. So it looks like it's kind of wet underneath the log, and it's kind of collecting a little bit there. Over here, you know, different colors in here make it look like it's a little icy and shiny. Same thing over in here. There is a little bit of snow underneath his feet here on this branch. Now, we didn't put snow on his feet. That might change. I'm not really sure. But as of right now, the client kind of wanted it clean. But you never know. So like, I like to show my videos, and sometimes like before I meet up with it or send it out, someone might say, hey, can you add a little extra to it? So you never know, it's possible. But as of right now, we're looking pretty good. So as you can see here, I didn't slap just pure white on here. What I did is I added some other colors of white and stuff, just to give it a little bit of dirt, you know, like it's in the wilderness and stuff, so it's not just pure, maybe animals stepped on this stuff, you know. And that's kind of what I went with the base. Glossed up a little bit around the wood areas there. And the other idea too is for the wood is I didn't want to go pure, you know, just make it look like bright wood green, or, you know, I want to make it look like an old wood because it looks old, you know, it looks like old, it's been there's no leaves on it, it's broken. So the idea was just to make it as old looking as possible. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward kit. There's really not much more to it than just basically like lifting a workout. It's just massive. It's absolutely beautiful. It was a hell of a lot of fun to paint. And that's pretty much it. So anyone who knows who sculpted, again, like I said, I completely forgot. I might have mentioned it in the other video of the review. But other than that, he's done. It was a lot of fun. I like doing stuff like this, you know, just changing up characters every once in a while. And just have fun with them and not doing the same paint-ups that you always see in the comic books. Changing things up was pretty fun. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with some more videos.